in general, how you look, what your body type is, did that affect whether or not you were able to have kids? Did that affect whether or not you were able to get jobs? Or did that affect whether or not you were able to succeed in general? Did that affect whether or not you were able to go to school? Talk to other people. What do you think?
Well, they've proven that heavier people have a harder time getting employment. You know, than the more attractive people. We have a pretty shallow society. You know, so those people have to show more of their ability in the long run to prove that they are more capable.
If you have some of that research, I'd love to look at that, because in general, the research is actually showing, you know, ability is a majority of the time what is considered, and then there's a few jobs out there, especially for women. They show that women tend to get less pay, less jobs, things like that than men. It's more of a gender thing, more of a race thing than necessarily exactly how you look. So race could play into it, but there's some of those things that, yeah, it could be partially true, but it's not an always thing.
I think it seems to be that it's not necessarily the actual body type or the look, it's the person's feeling of themselves and their confidence and their ability
And what they're projecting.
So it's not actually how they look, it's how they feel about how they look that they present.
It's true. That's a lot of what plays into it, and whether or not you're being the victim.
I think it's very important to do what you think makes you feel good and disregard everybody else and their point of view, because as long as you feel good, then that projects out as a positive and people see you as that. I mean, it doesn't matter what your body type is, as long as you wear what is appropriate and what you feel good in, you look good. But it's important to see it, what makes you, and stop focusing on what other people think. That should be the secondary of everything. Don't worry about what other people think. It's more important about how you feel about yourself. And that always radiates to other people's perceptions.
Yeah. You can influence what other people are thinking about you by how you project yourself. Again, if I draw attention to my bad hair day, if I draw attention to my zit, if I draw attention to, oh, I'm fat, I'm lazy, then people are going to start, it's kind of self-fulfilling prophecy a little bit. So projecting those good things out there.
Well, I saw this lady in the grocery store yesterday, and I was really impressed with her because she had very, very pronounced bad osteoporosis. And she was really, leaning over. She was overweight. And, that would be hard if you had to lean over and,
Mm-hmm.
But she had her hair done nicely, and she had her highlights in it, and she had her makeup on, and these cute little glasses. She had a kind of a nice, sort of stylish, younger looking little outfit on. I thought, well, that's really cool, because you noticed the person inside, and that she wasn't all hung up on
How she felt.
that she had this osteoporosis. So I think just how you can be beautiful to yourself, whatever you have to deal with, just by the way you present yourself.
Yep. You can feel better when you are presenting yourself in a way that you feel on the inside. So, all right. So this next thing, I want you to tell me, who is this? You guys all knew who it was. Congrats. So, was she beautiful?
Yes.
Yeah. Was she successful? What she did? Was she kind? Was she a great person? Okay. So, many people think that her beauty really didn't come from her actual looks. Why did you all think she was beautiful? You automatically said, yes, she was beautiful. She was wonderful. She was great.
The projection.
Because of all the things that she did.
This word love.
It was her love. It was that radiating factor that came from her, which we're talking about. So, who are some people in your life that you know of, that you consider very beautiful? And I kind of touched on this earlier. I have some friends that I consider very beautiful. What, and they may not meet ideal beauty standards. What is it about them that you feel makes them beautiful to you? Your mother?
My mother who thought everybody was beautiful and did something wrong and was not their fault. And she was very good to point out the good parts.
Good. Pointing out all of those good things and making other people feel good about themselves makes somebody beautiful. But definitely, that's why I like the friends that I have, is we all kind of build each other up all the time. Even if, I'm not feeling great, I'm having a down day, it's like, well, okay, you can feel that way, but guess what? You're awesome, thank you for helping us out with this, this, and this. You're really good at this, you're so organized, you're great, I love you. A, B, and C. It's wonderful to hang out with them, even if I'm not feeling great. So I want you to think about those people in your lives. I want you to go thank them. Thank them for being a beautiful person. Even if they don't feel beautiful, tell them why you think they're beautiful. It can help you a little bit. It brings up your self-esteem. So I have a couple of different things to talk about. This is the definition of body image. We're going to kind of start talking a little bit less about the negative self-talk, more about actual body image. So body image is how you see yourself in the mirror, or when you picture yourself in your mind. It encompasses what you believe about your appearance, whatever your assumptions are, your memories of what you look like or looked like, and generalizations that you have about yourself. How you feel about your body, including height, shape, and weight. And it includes how you control or how you sense your body and how you move within your body, the experience that you have. Not just necessarily, this is it, this is the object of my body. So, what does dieting mean? This says it here, but what does dieting mean to you guys? Punishment. Punishment comes up a lot. I'm trying to lose weight, so I have to punish myself, restrict my foods, bring it down.
Yeah, going without.
Going without? What else does dieting mean to you guys?
Stress.
Stressful.
Well, to me, it's a mixture of things, but it's like, I go to Weight Watchers, and they really stress being healthier. It's about feeling more energy, being able to move around, and just do more, because you don't have to bring all this extra weight. I've come to think of it kind of like that. I want to be healthier. I want to be able to lean over and get things out of the back kitchen cabinet without, dying.
So health can play into what we need to do in our eating habits. Health can play into what we need to do with our exercise habits. But for our purposes and what we're talking about today, I would consider a diet a restriction of food, increasing your exercise, following some kind of rules or plan versus, lifestyle type things. So Weight Watchers is pretty good at encouraging the lifestyle changes because they want you to be able to sustain it over time. But for our purposes, we're trying to change our appearance, not become necessarily healthier. Maybe that's coming along with it, but for dieting, I'm losing weight because I want to look a certain way. Okay?
So that's a commitment to a goal, right?
Kind of.
You're committing yourself to a goal, and as long as you're projecting towards that goal, it seems to me like that'd be a positive.
Depends on what the goal is. If it's for changing your appearance,
Right.
is that necessarily
you
going
feel.
to be the best motivation for you? Is it going to end up promoting shame and guilt?
It's how you feel about yourself.
Yeah. So we need to keep that still. I'm not saying that dieting in general comparable, even though I kind of am. Dieting. Our purposes of dieting, not healthy eating, lifestyle changes. Dieting, so like, you know, your keto, your low carb, your Atkins, your paleo, your, you know, all of those diets out there, South Beach, whatever you consider a diet.
Diets just set you up for failure.
Diets set you up for failure. So yeah, you may have a goal. I want to change, you know, I want to lose 50 pounds. I want to change my appearance. I want to look a different way. So I am going to restrict these things. I'm going to do that. This is what it's going to lead me to. What do you think about that? Being a woman and being worried about your body weight is considered part of being female.
Yeah.
Pretty accurate? 39% of women say concerns about what they eat or weight interfere with their happiness. If you're thinking about your diet all the time, what are you really thinking about? How fat you are? What do I need to eat next? What am I meal planning all of the time? You know, what are my rules?
You say this and it reminds me of one of my coworkers. She is on this massive diet and she's starving herself to the point she's determined to lose 12 pounds this month. And she's killing herself to the point of, Laura, go see a doctor.
It's getting in the way of her life.
Yeah.
Diets get in the way of what you guys are capable of.
Diet's a 4-letter word.
Diet is a 4 freaking letter word. It is. 86% of women are dissatisfied with their bodies. They say they hate the way they look, but only 5% of the human population looks like what we see in the media. The ideal standard of beauty.
That's because they're all photoshopped.
Well, and some people are genetically blessed in the first place,
Agree.
and that's great for them. But you know what? We live in the real world. We're real human bodies.
Be boring if I were doing that.
Right? It wouldn't be special or pretty anymore. It wouldn't be anything anymore. It would be boring. Do you have something?
Well, they actually have these models, you know, and they're like put up as what is beautiful. And these women are like starving. They are like, really, there's a movement within that industry to stop this unrealistic expectation. And let these girls get to a normal
Let them
body
eat.
weight.
Let them eat and let them have time to not exercise 8 hours a day. That is like when those Victoria's Secret models are prepping for their show. They're exercising between 6 and 8 hours a day, and they have somebody cooking for them all the time. Do you guys have time or the energy or the money to hire somebody to do that for you?
I wouldn't be here if I did. No offense.
No, none taken. I don't have time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that, okay? It is not a realistic life, and that's all they do. That is their job. That is it.
But it is their job.
It is true.
It's their work, so they have to do that.
But that is all they are contributing.
Right.
And while they may have wonderful minds, while they may have wonderful thoughts, while they may be wonderful people, I don't know them. They're not contributing other things to society. I know there's some nurses here in this room. I know I'm a dietitian. I'm contributing these things to society. What do you guys contribute? And if you were to step away and focus on only your diet and what you needed to do all the time to look exactly how you feel like you ought to look within your body, would you be able to contribute those things still? Or would you be taking away from the world because you're not able to do those things? By age 6, this one breaks my heart. Girls especially start to express concerns about their own weight or shape. 40 to 60% of elementary school girls ages 6 to 12 are concerned about their weight or becoming too fat. And this concern continues through life.
I don't think it's just girls. Boys are the same way. My 6-year-old boy is starting to tell me he wants to lose fat, and he's not even fat. And I don't know where he's even getting that idea from. He's turning 7 this month. It shocked me to hear him say that.
It starts at home. It really does. And you have those peer pressures because they are hearing things at home. So those of you who have children, we need to practice good self-body love to show them that, hey, it's okay to love whoever you're at in the body that you're at. Yeah, if you want to get healthier, great, let's do it together. Doesn't mean we need to go on a diet. It just means that we need to play more as a family. It means that we need to eat a few more fruits and vegetables as a family. It means that, we don't need to restrict anything, but maybe we don't need to have as much of the junk around. If you want some of that, not as healthy stuff, let's go and earn the money or walk to go get it. Or, try to find different ways to incorporate those things in a little bit healthier and a little bit better. So, some of these dieting statistics. According to the National Institutes of Health, $34 billion are spent on dieting per year. This was in 2009. Yet,
That's what it means.
the obesity epidemic is not going away. Obviously, this is not working, guys. Dieting doesn't work. So no matter how much you're throwing money at it, is this helping? Have you guys ever heard of the yo-yo? You go on the diet, you lose the weight. You go off the diet, then what happens? You gain it back or more. Or more. You've deprived yourself and you're going back in. So, 35% of adults over 20 years old were obese in 2011 and 2012. And 18% of children and adolescents were obese. It's not working, guys. The healthy lifestyle changes is what helps us. And learning to be okay with where you're at helps you move forward into accepting, hey, I'm going to do this because it's going to make me feel better. I'm going to also eat that cookie because it makes me feel better sometimes. There's moderation. There's moderation to be had, and dieting is not that moderation. So, this is our reality. Dieting's easy, right? It's like riding a bike, except the bike's on fire, and the ground is on fire, and everything's on fire, because you're in hell. When you're dieting, you're in hell, okay? It's not working. Okay, so I have a couple of videos, but first, we are going to do a little activity. I'm going to pass this out. And I want you to take 4 colors out of my little crayon box, 4 different colors, so not 4 reds.
Oh, no.
4 different colors, and I want you to pass that down after you're done, and then I want you to color your body. You don't have to show anybody, you don't have to share. This is for your own self-evaluation. So I have a little, like a compass on the side here telling you what each color would mean for you. And I want you to look at different body parts that you have, and I want you to decide whether you love it, you like it, you dislike it, or you hate it. Again, you don't have to share this with anybody.
If you like it, if you love it, like it, dislike it,
So you just have to decide which color you want to represent each thing. So you color in those little boxes for me. We'll take a minute to do that. How do you feel about your arms? Do you hate your arms? Do you like your fingers at least? You can put like on your fingers maybe. If you don't love your fingers, maybe you like your toes. Maybe you like your legs. Maybe you think your hair is great, so draw some hair on there. If there's stuff that you don't like, that's okay too. Put the dislike color on there. Put the hate color on there. Decide how you're feeling about your body. And while you're doing that, if you're done, some of the people in the front will get done faster than the people in the back. But I want you to do the body image quiz that I handed out as well, and kind of take an inventory of where you're at, what you're thinking, what you're feeling. Answer all those questions honestly for yourself. Again, These are for you, they're not yours, they're not mine. And then I'll put on a movie here in just a second for you guys to watch for a second. Answer everything. Take time to really think and reflect about what you're feeling, where you're at with your own body image, possibly some improvements that you think you can start working on and making.
I always thought people were so cute when they have the little cheeks and they're like rosy, but mine are pretty plain. If I was gonna change one feature about my face, I would say that I would want fuller lips. I'm definitely a person that looks tired when I'm tired, and when people say that, I immediately am like, oh man. I'm starting to already get little crow's feet and stuff, which like my mom has, so yeah.
I'm a forensic artist. I was trained at the FBI Academy in 1993 in composite art. Worked for the San Jose Police Department as the police artist from 1995 to 2011.
We didn't really know what we were doing, so that was nerve-wracking for everyone.
I showed up to a place I'd never been and walked into this big warehouse, and at the very end there was a guy with his back to me with a drafting board.
I had a curtain separating me so that I don't see it. We'll begin. First of all, tell me about your hair.
Brown, long, I guess a little bit past my shoulders.
Your jaw.
My mom told me I had a big jaw. Yeah, the brown eyebrows, dark brown eyebrows.
Okay.
I didn't know what he was doing, but then I could tell after several questions that he was drawing me.
Tell me about your chin.
I guess I haven't really compared it to anyone else's chin, but especially when like I smile, I just feel like it kind of protrudes a little bit.
What would be your most prominent feature?
I kind of have a fat, rounder face.
The older I've gotten, the more freckles I've gotten.
You sort of realize, oh man, now I have to talk about myself and think about my looks.
I'm 40, so I'm starting to get a little bit of the crow's feet thing going on.
Once I get a sketch, I say thank you very much, and then they leave. I don't see them.
I still didn't know. All I had been told before the sketch was to get friendly with this other woman, Chloe.
Today I'm going to ask you some questions about the person you met earlier, and I'm going to ask you some general questions about their face.
She was thin, so you could see her cheekbones. And her chin was a nice, thin chin.
The women were really critical about moles or scars or things like that, and yet they were describing just a normal, beautiful person.
She had nice eyes. They lit up when she spoke and were very expressive.
The length of the nose, what is that like?
Short.
Short.
Yeah, cute nose.
Her face was fairly thin.
She had blue eyes, very nice blue eyes.
Okay. So this is your self-described image? And then somebody else described you in light of this sketch.
I have this whole thing about having dark circles and crow's feet around my eyes, and that was not part of the sketch at all that the stranger did. The stranger's was a little more like gentle. That's really different. Just very straight.
she looks closed off and fatter. She just looks kind of shut down. Sadder too. The second one is more
Do
beautiful.
you think they're catching more of that from you?
Yeah. She looks more open and friendly and happy. I've come a long way in how I've seen myself, but I think I still have some way to go.
I have some work to do on myself.
Do you think you're more beautiful than you say?
Yeah. Chloe's perception was so clearly different. Her picture looked like somebody I thought I would want to talk to and be friends with, like a happy, light, much younger, much brighter person. It's troubling. I should be more grateful of my natural beauty. It impacts the choices and the friends that we make, the jobs we apply for, how we treat our children. It impacts everything. It couldn't be more critical to your happiness.
Our self-perceptions are generally kind of harsh and unbecoming when really that's not how the world sees us. We spend a lot of time as women analyzing and trying to fix the things that aren't quite right, and we should spend more time appreciating the things that we do like.
So, what did you guys think about that?
We all see ourselves worse than the person
We are our own worst critic.
does.
So, is there an ideal beauty out there?
It was kind of sad, because these women to be look beautiful. I mean, it was like, wow, they're really good. I mean,
So you could have been one of those strangers definitely describing, oh, look at this woman, she's got beautiful eyes, she's got that adorable button nose, she's got, I don't see any crow's feet or wrinkles or anything like that. I didn't see that she had a fat face. So, diversity is kind of the spice of our lives, and everybody looks different. Everybody has different perceptions, different knowledge, different backgrounds.
don't you think it's just part of our culture? And it's like you almost have to defy your culture. You have to mentally make up your mind and make up affirmations for yourself to defy that. It's almost a feminist issue. Like, no, we're not going to be constricting ourselves to this view that some
It is our
modeling
culture.
agency made us.
Yeah. It is our culture. The media is bombarding us with this stuff all of the time. 100% of the time. So we have to take charge. We have to start rebuilding those pathways in our minds and saying, yes, I'm going to be happy with who I am and where I am, what I do. Yeah, I want to improve. I want to be successful. I want to do things that make me happy and healthy. But that doesn't mean that I can't be happy and healthy and good where I'm at right now too. So, there's lots of things that are definitely good for us, but there's some stuff that we forget that really matters. And this kind of helps us decide and think about it.
There's a big problem to center more research on weight and health. What's the problem? Well, picture a society made up of dogs. Let's say poodles in Black history. They're the ones you see down at the doggy park, barking at all the other dogs about how to live their lives in order to be healthy. But the problem is, poodles think that every other kind of dog is just a really big, a really small, or a really fat poodle. When actually, the other dogs aren't even poodles at all. They're terriers, or mastiffs, or greyhounds, or labs. And all of the thousands of different dog breeds have different lifespans and different health risks. Each one is evolved to use food differently for different special needs in surviving. Some to staying warm, some for running fast, and some for being strong. They're meant to be different sizes and weights. So the poodles think the mastiff should lose weight, but a starving mastiff never becomes a poodle. The poodles don't understand that dogs come in many more sizes than they can imagine in their poodle-centric ways. So this becomes a problem when it comes to poodle science. When the poodles did their weight and health research and made the claim that lighter dogs are healthier and live longer, they weren't comparing thinner poodles and fatter poodles. They were comparing poodles and mastiffs. So the recommendation for mastiffs to lose weight is based on the false assumption that if all dogs reach poodle weight, then all dogs will have poodle health. Well, once again, a starved mastiff just isn't a poodle. This poodle science doesn't even test whether a starved mastiff lives longer than a mastiff who has enough to eat, because one would have to compare mastiffs who maintain poodle weight to mastiffs that maintain mastiff weight. And it turns out that starving mastiffs regain weight, which after all is a much better thing than starving. But the poodles can only see that regain as a failure of mastiff self-discipline. Look, poodles are great, but poodle-centered health policy is a nightmare. Good science tells us that it's better to recognize and respect the ways we're different, because how we're treated, having good friends, having access to decent food, a place to play, restful sleep, and medical care make a huge difference in our health and longevity, for all of us, whatever our size.
So, it's okay to be healthy and be in the not normal category. It's okay. There's lots of different people out there. We have lots of diversity. And there really are things out there that are better than having to focus on what you look like all the time. I said having friends, having fun, having a place to sleep, having a place to play, having a place to have good food, good water. So there's a few, just in wrap up here, there's a few things that define our worth. And this is Howard's Law of Human Worth. Recognize your worth. All have its infinite, internal, eternal, and unconditional worth as a person. Because you are a person, because you are a human being, you have worth. That's it. You have worth. You are there. All have equal worth as people. Because we are all people, we are all the same. We are all people who all have worth. Worth is not comparative or competitive, and you might be better at sports or academics or business, and I might be better in social skills or speaking or anything like that, but we all have equal worth as human beings.
At times.
Externals neither add to or diminish your worth. So externals are things like money, looks, performance, and achievements. And these only increase your market or social worth, but your worth as a person does not change. Because you're a person, you have worth, period. Your worth is never in jeopardy, and it's always stable. So even if you are rejected, that does not mean that you are worthless. Regardless of what happens to you, you are always worth something. And worth does not have to be earned or proved. It already exists. You just have to recognize, accept, and appreciate that it's there. It's kind of hard to love our bodies in this diet-obsessed world, and if you put effort into it, I promise you'll get so many great benefits from it. You get to have happiness, you get to have health, you get to be able to do lots of things that you thought, oh, I can't do that because I'm a certain way. You take those restrictions and barriers off yourself, but some of the things that you can do to have a better body image starting today, I've got a little list here. So if you like one, write it down. Make a goal out of it for today. So, first one, appreciate what your body can do. You can walk. I don't see anybody in a wheelchair here, even though wheelchairs aren't bad. They're a wonderful invention, but you all can walk, so that's great. Appreciate what your body can do. Appreciating everything that you are, everything like that. Keep a top 10 list of things you like about yourself. So we kind of did that earlier today. Start adding to that list. Every time you think of something, hey, cool, I make awesome cookies. I'm really good at cooking. Write that down. Keep a grateful journal. If you have a hard time rerouting those thoughts, start having those things that even if it doesn't relate to what your bad thought is, it can start blocking some of those bad thoughts out with their good thoughts. Remind yourself that true beauty is not skin deep. We've talked about that. Mother Teresa was not the most beautiful person on this planet, but she was. Her skin did not define her. Her looks did not define her. Her actions did. Shut down those voices in your head that are those negative self-talk. So just stop it. Start singing a song, whatever song you like. Shut down those voices. Don't let them continue to eat at you. Surround yourself with positive people. So find that good support group. Find people, even if they're just acquaintances. If they make you feel good, continue to talk to them. Make an effort to go out of your way and compliment them as well. Look at yourself as a whole person. You are not a specific body part. You are not an ear. You are not an arm. You are not a fat belly. You are way more than that. So even if you have issues with certain body parts, look at yourself as a whole person, what you do, what you love, the good things about your life. Be critical of your social media and other targeted messages. Our culture likes to tell us that we're not good enough because it wants us to spend $34 billion. $34 billion, guys. It wants us to spend that money. So of course they're going to advertise and tell us that we're not good enough. But wouldn't you rather spend that money on something else, something funner? Personally, I would rather go on a vacation. I love traveling. Why would I want to spend my money on diet pills or other things that aren't going to help me and aren't going to work? Wear clothes that make you feel good and that are comfortable. Just like I'm not a size 5.5 foot, I'm going to fit my feet into my size 7 shoes. I'm not going to move it down just because I think my feet should be smaller. They're fine. Same thing goes for your body. You are not a size 0. There's not many people out there who are size 0s, and if they are, they may or may not be that way. For real. They may be starving themselves. Again, there's 5% of people who are genetically blessed. And that's okay too. It's okay to be skinny as well. It's okay to be wherever you're at. Do something nice for yourself. If you're feeling down on yourself, go get a pedicure. Go get a manicure. Go get your hair done. Go have somebody do your makeup for you. That's super fun. Go, if you like to hike, go for a hike. If you like to shop, go shopping. If you like to cook, make yourself your favorite dessert that you love. Go make yourself your favorite meal. Enjoy it. Savor every single bite of it. Do something for you that you love to do. Read a book. If you like to exercise, go exercise some more. And then doing something for others. So service is big on getting our minds off of ourselves, our problems, all of those things. So I want you guys to think about what you want to do today. I want you to come up with a goal. I want you to do something today. Work on yourself. Work towards being happier. Work towards enjoying the health you have. And then, start working towards being healthier in general. Eating more fruits and vegetables is wonderful. But it's okay to have those other things too. anything that we call junk, it's okay to have still. We want to make sure that we're still happy and healthy and enjoying what we do have. So, I want you to think about the things that we did today. I want you to look at your body picture, see, what parts did you even use any love on any of your pictures? If you didn't, maybe find something that you can start loving. So, find something that you can start moving from like to love. If it's dislike, move it to like. If it's hate, start moving it to at least I dislike it a little. Okay? But other than that, there's plenty of food. If you guys want to eat again, that's fine. Or if you haven't eaten yet, feel free to. That's what I have, and I'm here to answer questions if you guys want to. Thank you so much.